the centre of Sydney, in Martin Place, these people are queuing up for the precious metal inside, shiny and alluring, which is worth more than ever before.
We're certainly in the middle of a gold euphoria right now.
Are we in the middle of a gold rush?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that rush is spreading beyond the CBD.
Prospecting is so addictive. It's a real-life treasure hunt.
From a high of more than $6,660 an ounce on the 20th of October to just over $6,100 this week, over the last 2 years, the global price of gold has experienced its sharpest increase since it was floated in the early 70s.
It's been the best performing asset class so far in 2025.
Andrew Pease is from global investment firm Russell Investments.
Gold has a long history of being society's ultimate store of value, and that's not going to change. And whenever people are worried about the future because of geopolitics, because of inflation, because of the security of government bonds, gold is always going to be the natural safe haven that they buy.
It's not the first time that gold fever has swept the nation. In northeast Victoria, in towns like Beechworth, where its golden origins have been preserved, the dream of finding fortune has survived. How are we feeling about today's prospecting?
There's definitely 100% going to be gold. I don't know how much, but there's going to be gold.
Okay. We live in a time where so much of the world's gold is traded online, but still, for some, the best way to get their hands on this precious metal is straight from the source. Full-time prospectors Chris Bogasus and David Gadler spruik their work over YouTube.
Well, we're exploring the idea that you might be able to make a living off prospecting gold because of the extremely high gold price.
Chris's nickname is the human metal detector.
There's no gold in big rocks, so we get rid of as many as we can because it just takes up space in our pans. So the more dirt we can get in the pans, theoretically, the more gold we get in our pans. This is what we would call trace gold. So trace gold points that there is gold in this area. It's in sufficient quantities that there could be a deposit, and we've got to keep looking.
Soon enough, Chris has found what he's looking for.
So that there is probably a $5 to $10 pan.
Okay.
So a single pan, $10. It's equivalent of walking down the street and being like, it's $10 in the ground, you pick it up. Now I just go keep picking them up.
How long did that take you?
3 minutes. $10 in 3 minutes. So we found a deposit, now let's go see where it gets good.
So it's a positive sign.
Oh, this is actually exciting. This is cool.
All right.
This is cool.
All right, back to work.
Yep. It literally only takes one pan and you'll go from a $50 day to a $500 day. It's luck of the draw. We're looking at a couple $100, easy. We're just seeing more and more involvement from people who have never done it before. And that's exactly what happened in the 1800s gold rushes.
History's repeating itself.
Yep, 100%.
In Melbourne, high above Collins Street, in this building here is where much of the city's gold is traded. And in recent months, crowds have been swarming outside the many gold retailers inside.
Massive queues. I wouldn't say there's a degree of desperation in there, but there's certainly an enthusiasm.
On the 6th floor is Bullion Now, a gold retailer owned by Michael Pepper. What are you seeing that you don't usually see in your trade?
A large increase in new customers, younger customers, which has been really good.
People are looking to get their hands on bullion, mostly gold, but also other precious metals like silver and platinum. What would this cost right now?
A bit over $200,000 in your hand right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, you could probably pay the next few mortgage payments with it.
The gold sitting in this stack, 25 1 kilogram bars, is worth almost $5 million.
is the barbecue trade. You hear about your friends telling you how much money they've made in Bitcoin, and now hearing about how well the gold market has done. And I feel that might be part of what's driving some of this sort of hyped up speculative buying, which is best typified by the big queues that we've seen outside the places selling gold bullion.
Andrew Pease has pointed to several factors globally which are underpinning the bullish growth in the gold price.
So what's happened this year is people are worried about things. They're worried about the fact that government debt and spending, particularly in places like the United States, seems to be out of control. They're worried about inflation. They're worried about all of the geopolitical risks that are happening in the world, and that's causing people to buy more gold. At the same time, we've got a lot of central banks, particularly in the emerging world, places like China, Russia, Turkey, that are buying a lot of gold to bolster their reserves.
He says while those uncertainties continue, it will be good for the gold price, but that might change depending on what the US Federal Reserve decides to do.
Right now, it's in the process of cutting interest rates. Lower interest rates historically are always good for the gold price. But when they stop cutting interest rates and start thinking about raising interest rates, I think that is the time when the gold price will start to lose some of its luster.
Back in Beechworth,
That's the 4 hours of panning we did today.
Chris and David are weighing their finds.
So $160.10 in 4 hours. Gadsy got some more.
Probably got half of that, so.
$74.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So between the two of you, more than $200 worth of gold
Yeah.
for 4 hours work.
Yep.
Yeah.
This so-called gold rush is less about discovery, but it certainly made finding it far more lucrative. But for how much longer will the gold price, the global gold price, stay at these levels, and which direction will it go? Well, that depends on who you ask.
Will the price go up? Absolutely. Will the price come down? Definitely. But it will still have that core value, and we've seen that, and we can prove that time and time again with statistics and timeframes.
We're at that point now where everyone's enthusiastic, everyone wants to buy it. That is generally a bad time to be buying an asset class. So it wouldn't be surprising if gold had more downside in the near term because of that.
What if it goes the other way? What if it goes back down?
I'll still be looking for gold.